All right, where do we go from here? It's a cold, windy, rainy day here in Eastern Ohio, and I am getting ready to go get Toad and I guess Princess Toad, or his female counterpart from McDonald's. I called them, and they are also putting on hold for me the Oh, so one thing is for certain, when it's raining, I can't get the truck in straight. That's something I'm gonna have to work on. All joking aside, so one of the things that they are gonna be holding for me is the display for the Happy Meals for the Nintendo. So they took my name, nobody's claimed it. It's one over in Hermitage. I'm actually going over there. I talked to the manager and she's gonna hold it for me. And she's also holding the other things for me, the Toad and the Mrs. Toad. But I wanna go about and thank everybody. I wanna thank you all for your comments on my last video. I know it was kind of like a shocker. And I know I talked about doing another type of video, but I think we're gonna postpone that video because I'm still working on isolating some things with it. But I wanna thank you all for your comments. I wanna thank you, even if you didn't agree with me or you thought I was self-serving or clickbaity, and I'm sorry, putting the garbage can back. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of clickbaity, but isn't that the purpose of YouTube? To grab people's attention, to watch your video, to find something that resonates with your audience, where they feel passionate about it enough that they're going to watch your video, and also a way to open up a discussion, a dialogue, because not everybody thinks the same, and that's the cool part about this world, right? Not everybody thinks the same. I know sometimes I get a little upset with comments that are left because I feel like they come out of attack rather than trying to be diplomatic and like honestly, giving a opinion or feedback. So, where do we go from here? What's next? A lot of you guys actually posted in the comments section. You said, "Hey, Steve, you know what? Why don't you go and buy them online? Like, obviously, go to the stores, go to the conventions, but why not just buy them online? Everybody's doing it these days." And I agree with that. You get on eBay, you get on Macari, you get on these places. That's great. I love it. I love the idea. There's just one problem with that. The problem being, how do you know if the game is real? At least in the stores and the pawn shops, I carry around my torque screwdrivers and stuff for the Nintendos and whatever they officially call them, but I have them. And I carry them around to make sure that I'm getting a legit Sega, Nintendo copy. I've already purchased games that were missing the actual cartridge inside. My son didn't know any better. He bought a bunch of Game Boy Advance games. You're going to see it here. And it's missing the actual game inside. I didn't think nothing of it. It was a swap meet. I knew the guy. And he was just like beside himself when we went back. He let us keep the case, but unfortunately, he went out of business, but he did say to Daniel he would make it right. It was only a $7 game. I'm not going to sweat it. I can always get it for Daniel at another time. But I want to say that it happens. So now, if you're buying an expensive game that you need online from an eBay, from you fill in the blank. How do you know that game is real? You're buying an expensive Grail that you've needed for your collection, okay? That you've needed for a while. How would you feel if you got a little Samson? You paid little Samson price, $3,000, $5,000, depending on the condition and the box and everything, and it's fake. And I'm not talking intentionally fake that you're adding to your collection. I'm talking you're paying $3,000 to $5,000 for a game that you expect to be legit, and now the person that sold it to you is ghosting you because they know they sold you a fake game. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think about this. because I mean, this is a legit concern, right? This isn't me self-serving or me whining, as somebody said in the comments. And for the record, I wasn't whining last video. I was basically depressed. I was saddened because we have so much fun going and hunting these games. Just like now, I'm taking you on the journey today. You said, what's next? There's a game store that just reopened up. It's about 40 minutes from my area, so I'm going to stop and get these Happy Meal toys, and then we're going to shoot up and go to this store and see what they have. They relocated. You guys may have seen it in a previous video called the Hall of Hobbies, and we're going to see what they've got, you know, and then we're going to go to Cashland, and I'm going to film it because I want to reiterate what I've been saying about these places, and maybe we'll even hit Goodwill on the way back. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'll come back when we're closer. All right, so I'm just about here. I'm gonna flip the camera around, and this is in Pennsylvania. I live in Ohio, obviously, and but when I say it's in Pennsylvania, it's only about 15-20 minutes from me. Like I don't live far from the Pennsylvania-Ohio border, so it's kind of cool. I just come over here. The bad part is it's lunchtime, so like you got to come in here and you know, kind of deal with the lunch rush, and you feel bad for the people because you're coming in here getting something that's irrelevant, right, to lunch or whatever. But I'm probably going to get a little lunch while I'm in here because it's only right. They're saving me this, so I'm going to do that. So I'll be back. All right, so I got out of there, and the manager wasn't there. She had left for the day, which is fine. She's a morning shift, but they had it there waiting for me. So now I have Toad, the Toad Racer, and I guess this one's coming next week at this location, and the Toadette cart. So the only one I'm missing so far now, the final one, is Gold Mario, and then I have them all. But the cool part is I will have them all because I know where I can get Gold Mario, and by having the display, it has all the cars in it. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. That's a really huge score for me today. Now we're gonna head to the Hall of Hobbies, and let's see what they have in their new location as far as games, collectibles, 4 game rooms, and see what they have. So far, starting out good. All right, so I'm jumping in here real quick. Like some of you guys in the last video thought I was joking when I say I'm literally in the middle of farm country. Yeah, I'm headed to a town or city, probably a town. I'm headed to a town called New Wilmington. This is like in our area, this is like Amish country, if you will. And when you go downtown in the main street, like the roads are even, some of them have like the old brick where the road was made of brick and not paved like this is, and I'm gonna kind of show you guys when we get to it. So I just want to kind of preface that, like, I really believe, like anything, demographics plays a big role. Just like out here, we hunt, we fish, that's what we do. Technology and video games is not something that's very prevalent in this area. So you get a guy like me who likes to do both things, video games and hunt and fish, and you put him in this area, and it's like, it's very, very hard. Like, I'm sure my Walmart has more hunting gear than some of you guys who live in like city areas, because we're in a rural area and people can hunt. They hunt out here or they fish. So I just want to kind of put that into perspective here. We are downtown into New Wilmington, and this is how this town is. It's got a little post office there, but I mean, it's not your typical place where you're going to find a video game store. Let's just be honest. So the place that we're going to is called the Hobbies. So they don't just have video games, they'll have like cards. At least they did at their old location. And they also have collectibles like action figures and things like that. So I have not been to this location yet. I literally am checking this out for the first time. So this is going to be really interesting. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Normally their location was down the road. This was probably about a 25-minute drive from where I was at McDonald's. Like from my house, it's probably like 45 minutes in Ohio. And this is what I was talking about in the video. I think that I need to go outside of my normal regime, if you will, and go to like bigger cities or even some rural cities, because if you go to some rural cities that don't really have a lot of collectibles or up there it is, people collecting,
the destination is on your right.
I think that I have a good chance of finding what I'm looking for. Now, one thing I'm not too thrilled with is how the parking situation is for that. So I'm gonna come back once we get going here. All right, so we're coming up here. Here's the Hall of Hobbies. I got parked on the side of the road. And like I said, it's just a little shop here that they transferred into. So, hey, how you doing? All right, so I might be picking this up here. This is the Nintendo Power Pad set. Just the box, and it's got some manuals in it, the foam. Everything is in really nice condition. But this was the one I had as a kid. That was what we got for Christmas the one year. So this is more of a sentimental piece, and then I can add my current one to it. And I have 2 power pads at home, so I can basically complete this. But yeah, we'll see. Also picked up the power pad set box for Nintendo because I have enough. There you go. There's some Amish for you. And I picked up the box, has the styrofoam, the manuals, the whole 9. And he wanted 75. I lowballed him. I went to 50 for the box. I did it on purpose because I knew he wasn't going to go for it. But then he met me in the middle at 65, which I thought was a good deal for the quality of the box. And not that I was trying to get him over, because I know he didn't pay that. But it was to, get a deal. Obviously, you want deals, right? We all want deals. So, yeah. So, good day so far. My wife got out of work early. So, I'm going to go home and see what she wants to do. And maybe hit some of these other stores in the next video or so. So, it'll be this video. You guys will see it, but it'll be another day for me. So, we'll see you. All right, it's 8:30 in the morning. It is the day before Wednesday, the biggest travel day in the history for holidays. I am going to pick up a surprise. I am picking up something that more than likely will be on eBay for hundreds of dollars. What is it, might you ask? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see, because it's gonna be glorious. I just gotta get the truck out. I gotta drive to Pennsylvania, which is about 20 minutes. And hopefully I can get this video edited in time, but let's go. All right, so I just got out of McDonald's, and not just for food, but I have something in the back that I picked up. And normally I don't go for this type of stuff, but I'm not going to show you because I'm going to eat. But I'll show you when I get back to the game room. So let's head back, and then I'll show you what I got. All right, so I managed to go out to a lot of different places, and not as many as I'd like to, because my wife ended up calling and wanted us to go do something. So, you got to put that kind of stuff on hold. But over the last week, some crazy things have happened. I was to McDonald's quite a few times, and not necessarily to get food, but I found a lot of just about the whole collection of the Super Mario Kart, I guess it was Mario Kart 8 little toys from the Happy Meal. So I've been able to collect them all. I needed Gold Mario, that's on its way. And then I'll have all of the action toys that came in the set. So I was really stoked about that. Now, before we get to what I got with the phone call, what I want to show you guys is this. Now, for some of you guys, this is no big deal. This is the Power Pad set for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is, no big deal, right? It's got all the inserts. It's got all the boxes inside of it. This is in immaculate shape. There is nothing wrong with this, which is kind of cool. I mean, you got a little divot here and here, but that could have happened on the factory floor, inside the store and stuff. I mean, normal wear and tear, that kind of stuff is not bad. Corners are really nice. You can see by the video. This is nostalgic for me. Now, the reason it's nostalgic for me is because this was the first console that me, my brother, and sister got for Christmas together. With Christmas coming, This for me to see this box when the gentleman over at Hall of Hobbies came to me, the owner of the store said to me, he says, hey, I got this box. I know you're into Nintendo and the box is for your consoles, because he watches my content too. He said, I got this and I'll make you a deal on it. And I said, it's not just because you watched my video on deals, and how it's hard to find. He says, no. He said, but I watched the video, and he said, I got to agree with you. He said, it's so hard to find stuff. So it's not just here, But I know, I don't want to go down that road because everybody's like, oh, he's complaining again. He's whining. He's just crying. Oh, the poor baby YouTuber. No, that's not it at all. It's really not. It's just, this is what I like doing, finding stuff like this in the wild. It just gets my blood pumping. It gets me excited to do videos like this because I get to share this. And that's the other thing. I saw a comment that said, well, you YouTubers, you're ruining it. You're going on social media and causing the prices to go up because you gotta share what you found. Yes, you know why we share what we find is because we're excited. I'm excited that I found this because this is a childhood dream to have this again. 40 years. Well, 35, probably 35. 35 years I've been waiting. I've gotten the Rob set, I've got the collector's deck, I got the action set. Now I finally have the Power Pad set. Now, I do have to get another Nintendo for it. I gotta get another controller, zapper. I have the game. I need another Power Pad because I have the Power Pad complete in box over there. But to have something like this that I've wanted since I started collecting, that I had as a child, that to me makes this whole collecting worth it. Like even the games, I've been picking up games that I had as a kid. Some of them just don't hold the value, but that's for another video. But yeah, really excited about that. That was the big pickup that I got that day. I called the folks over at McDonald's and I said, I would love to have this for my collection. And this is the complete, this is the actual display for the Mario Kart 8 McDonald's Happy Meal packaging. Complete. It's in perfect shape. There's not, I mean, it looks like it just came off the truck. Like, I mean, obviously it was in the showroom display case, but this to me is awesome. And a huge shout out to the Hermitage McDonald's and Sue, the manager there, for hooking me up with this. If you're in the Hermitage, Pennsylvania area and you want to stop at a McDonald's, go there. She's there in the morning. She's a morning manager. She really set me up with this, and I am super excited. She even put it in a bag. I mean, that was awesome. She put it in a bag so that if it was raining out, nothing would happen to it. But she called me this morning. It was about 6 o'clock was when she started her shift. I told her I'll be down a little bit. Came down, and so I guess, guys, what I wanted to say here is, sometimes we like to vent. I'm not one that likes to do a lot of clickbaiting, but sometimes we need to vent, and we need to hear from the audience, and we need to see, like, are we going crazy? Is this something that's happening everywhere? He's complaining again. He's whining. He's just crying. Oh, the poor baby YouTuber. I also know now, especially after reading the comments, that it's not just me, and it is happening everywhere. But I've also learned that I can't be afraid to hit the pavement. I can't be afraid to go hard. I can't be afraid to go to other areas to find stuff just like this. I had to drive almost 45 minutes away to a store to get that. I had to drive almost 35 minutes to get that. So I guess what I'm saying is, as a follow-up to the end of the last video, is I'm going to be doing a lot more driving. I'm going to be going down to the Pittsburgh area. I've made some connections there at Pittsburgh Gaming Expo when I was there. And some of the game stores have said, hey, come on down. They've reached out. I did the last video. They're like, come on down. We've got a lot of stuff that we think you'll like for your collection. And it's not that I need to get it dirt cheap. He's complaining again. He's whining. He's just crying.
The poor baby YouTuber.
I just want to have an opportunity at some of this stuff and not get taken advantage of. Guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you consider subscribing as we are inching ever so close to 9,000 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to it. And you know, I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the journey of building the collection, and I'm enjoying the journey of bringing you along with me. I really appreciate everybody who's stuck by me through all this and who continues to stick by me. And I know I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad because I'm showing the game room behind me, and that's all we do with it. You know, we just use it for backgrounds and videos and don't actually play the games. But hate to break it to you, but we do actually play these games. Actually, we probably play them now more than we play the arcades over there. So that's for a whole nother video. That's a whole nother story. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, keep it buzzing.